Thank you for being here. All right, so this video is going to be about different ways to get men to talk. Well, not so much to talk, but to understand why men may not be listening. So, the first one that I would say for any woman, anybody, is men always have a plan. I don't care if they tell you they don't, it just kind of fell in their lap. Men spend a lot of time contemplating, plotting and scheming things that they're going to do. So men have their own agenda. They always have a plan. That's number one. Number two, a lot of times a woman will have bad timing, okay? They'll, like, one thing you don't want to do is rush a man as soon as he gets into the house, okay? Or pick a kind of time or whatever when he's like in compete mode, like when he's watching sports or when he's playing the game. That's the wrong time to try to have like different conversations or whatever. Wait until he's like chilling, where he's, resting or whatever, and it doesn't seem like it's going to bother him to have that conversation. Number three, get to the point. Men compartmentalize things, okay? And men don't have, and this is everything I'm saying, you can, look it up for yourself, but men don't have the same amount of vocabulary and the kind of, long-windedness that a lot of women do. So I would say if it's something that you really need or something that you want, please learn how to get to the point, all right? What we got? I think we have number four. They think they are listening. Okay, they think they're understanding you. You have to also understand that men do not, women's voices don't register in men's minds the way other men's voices do, okay? Don't ask me why. I just read that yesterday. But yeah, women's voices don't register the same in a man's mind. So you have to keep that in mind too. The best thing that you can do when you're talking to men is kind of repeat it back to them, just to make sure that you understood and that they understand, okay? Another thing is how you ask them, okay? A lot of times women have a tendency to kind of like bark orders at men, and men hate that, okay? They don't like to be treated like kids, and even kids hate that. So you don't want to tell somebody, oh, go take out the trash. You don't want to do that. You're going to, make them be like, I don't feel like it, or when I feel like it, when I want to, okay? They have a plan. They already have an idea of when they're going to take it out. But if you tell them something like that, they're not going to be feeling that. But if you say, honey, can you take the trash out? Or would you be willing to take the trash out now instead of waiting until later on? Usually they'll do it. Another thing that I noticed too is that you have to show a man how something benefits them, okay? That's number five. Instead of just trying to get your point across or just trying to tell them what to do or whatever, a lot of times you have to show them how it's going to give them an advantage. So it has to be something that's going to benefit them. Number six, men feel they're not being heard. Okay, they feel like the things that you want, the things that the kids want, the things that the boss want, the things that the world want, everybody is trying to get what they want, but what about their needs? A lot of times they feel like their needs are not being met or they're not being understood. So that's why, they'll go to, the gym a lot, or they'll stay at work later, or, they may go other places. But if they don't feel heard, they don't feel like nobody else needs to be heard either. That's usually how it goes. I think I'm at number seven. Okay, yeah. Would you be willing to is a good thing to say to a lot of guys. Kind of like give them an invitation, but that ties into what I said. Showing them how it would benefit them and how it would be something right for them. So give them an invitation instead of a demand. That's what I'm trying to say. Men like to feel like they have options, they have choices. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't come up with anything. I had one more, and I know it was a good one, but I just lost it. I wrote down like three of these or whatever, but the rest of them are coming off the top of my head. Just things that I noticed about men. Another thing that I always tell people is this. Men do not like to show vulnerability. A man would rather show anger than hurt. If you don't remember anything else, remember these two things about men. Men always have a plan, and men would rather show anger than to show they've been hurt. All right, because they never want to feel like it's going to be used against them. They don't want to feel weak and vulnerable. So you have to keep in mind how you talk to men. You'll think that you'll say something to them or whatever, and it was no big deal, and that they'll get over it. But that's something that they remember from childhood a lot of times. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful for someone. Didn't want to take too long. Wanted to make it a quick video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. This really helps me out, lets me know that you guys enjoy the content, and it grows the channel. All right, bye for now.